Now let's talk front ends in Gadget. Every Gadget app is going to come with a serverless React front end that is live on the internet. So I can preview this app. It's my development environment. This is my app I can develop on the same infrastructure I use for production. It's wired up to my backend automatically, so I get a pre-initialized API client here in my web folder. Once again, unique to my project, my to-do list. And building front ends feels like a normal front end developer experience, which is great. So here I'm using the Gadget web editor, but I can actually use our CLI tool, GGT, to pull down my project locally, write my front end in my favorite editor, and hot module reloading, all of the nice front end experiences works right out of the box. So if I go ahead and make a change to my to-do, we'll just call this more stuff that Riley needs to finish off. You can see the label on my input has automatically updated. So it feels like a normal front-end develop experience, and I can test right away here in my front end. So shoot front-end video. There we go. There are a couple other neat little tools you can use when building front ends. If I flip back to my Gadget project here, there's a package.json file, so if I want to install a certain component library or package, I can go ahead and do that, use it in my front end. Gadget also has support for auto components. So because Gadget is aware of the shape of your database, what your APIs look like, we can go ahead and generate forms and tables for you automatically with a single line of React. It's pretty groovy. You should check it out. Gadget also has a suite of React hooks you can use to interact with your API in a nice Reactful way. You can see I'm using a couple of these right here in my signed in route from my to-do, including use find menu where I'm reading data, or my use action form hook that wraps the React hook form library and makes it simple to build forms manually. Finally, Gadget also supports Remix and server-side rendering. And this isn't unique to front ends. It kind of covers your full stack app, but it plugs in very nicely with our front end solution. And you can use it in either server-side rendering or SPA mode, depending on what you need for your application. When you go to deploy your front ends, they are going to be minified per production and deployed to the exact same infrastructure we use for development. So your production app should look and feel the exact same as your development app. If you have any questions about building front ends in Gadget, check out our documentation or ask us in our developer Discord. I hope you keep building more and coding less with Gadget.